In this video, I'm going to talk about how to beat loneliness without feeling desperate. Now, why am I talking about it is because I've gone through lonely periods in my life, and those feel just absolutely debilitating because you feel like you have no one to talk to, you don't know where to go, and then you end up losing motivation. You just feel alone, and it just doesn't feel good. So I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to get into a few personal stories and then give you 4 ways of how to get out of that feeling. But before we do, if you don't mind subscribing to the channel, because we're going to keep growing this thing, we're going to keep talking about the stuff that matters. So for me, when I moved to San Diego at the time now, I guess like 9 years ago, and I had no friends in San Diego, I didn't know anybody. I worked for a cybersecurity company there for about 6 months, and then I left that company to start my own online personal training business. Now, that was a great thing at the time because I was like, oh, this seems great. You know, I'm able to get some online clients, and I did. But what I realized was I made myself more lonely. Like I went from an in-person in an office environment where I had some work friends where I just moved there, I met some friends, and then now completely by myself, working at home in an apartment in San Diego with roommates that I really didn't talk to, and I just didn't know how to get out of that funk because in one end, from an entrepreneurship standpoint, I was doing everything that I love doing. But on the other end, I was like, man, I'm dreading weekends because on Saturdays and Sundays, I have nothing to do. I would go to the gym, and then I would just kind of like drive around San Diego, and then I would, order food and just kind of like watch movies in my room, right? And then same thing with Sunday. I would go to church for a little bit, and then I would go grocery shopping, and then I'd be in the house the rest of the day. And it was just a miserable thing. And then even on the weekdays, after I was done with work, I was done with work at around like 3 p.m. and I just felt like I had nothing to do, no one to talk to, and it sucked. But there's 4 things that I did that actually really helped me out. Number 1, I did something that was structured. So going to the same place around the same time every day or every few days, it's something that helps for me. Coffee shops are a big thing. I do this now. I work from home. I work fully remote right now. And although I'm not lonely, like my wife works from home, we have the pups, we have my daughter here as well. We have friends that live in our neighborhood. My parents live 8 miles up the street and everything. I have really good community, but I know that I can feel isolated sometimes just working remotely day to day, even if I have meetings and stuff, right? So what I do is I get out probably once or twice a week, try to go to a coffee shop and work. I see the people that I know that work there. You typically see the same patrons there as well. You're able to have some small talk, or it just provides a level of structure that you might not have just because you're going to the same place. Again, you go to the same place and see the same people. The other thing too is if you like activity, doing some gym classes, doing some classes or something that is on a consistent basis that gets you out of a routine of just being alone is something that helps you out. And then the last thing in this whole doing something structured that really helped me out, this is going back to when I lived in Arlington, Virginia days. There's this website called Meetup.com. They have meetup groups. So if there's something that you like doing, you can hop into meetup groups and meet people that do the same things that align with what you do, right? So doing something structured, just getting out there. Number 2, scheduling an intentional call or meetup. Now, this is something where I be honest, as you get older, this seems like it's such a more difficult thing to do because you have more responsibilities, your friends have more responsibilities, so you don't want to like overburden them because of their life and their responsibilities. And then you're like, I might have a lot personally going on and I just don't want to overburden myself. But scheduling something intentionally and being proactive about that and being the one who initiates it without overthinking is a huge thing. This was something where, this past weekend we had my best friend, his wife, and their little ones over. And it was just great because we hadn't seen them for months. We had a lot going on, a lot of travel, just a lot of things going on where we're like, wait a second, we have to see people that we care about that we haven't seen in some time. So we just called them up and said, hey, are you guys free at this date? You guys want to come over this time just to catch up, right? So schedule an intentional call or meetup. Typically, you might know someone in your area or someone who, even if you're like, hey, do you want to just grab a cup of coffee? Even if it's a little bit awkward at first, just to kind of get out there, that's fine. But schedule something, get out there, be intentional, be proactive. Number 3, limit doom scrolling because it deepens isolation without giving you real security. This is something that we go to a lot. Like even now, like if I get in moments where I'm like, just kind of have some idle time throughout the day, I end up doom scrolling because I'm like, this is kind of what my brain could be wired to do. So I have to do something different. So why I say limit doom scrolling is because it's very easy to think that there is a level of community and everything when you're on social media. But what happens is sometimes you just end up looking at other people's lives, you're comparing yourself, you get caught up into this, an algorithm of things that might be entertaining, but it's like, I call them like empty calories. It's like if you drink alcohol, you're getting those carbs in, but they're not great carbs, they're empty calories, like calories that could be spent doing something else for your body, right? So you're just getting empty calories and you're getting these like little dopamine spikes, but you're not doing anything, you're not moving anywhere, you're not feeling any less lonely. And then after you get out of a doom scroll, after you get out of just binging on social media, you realize, oh crap, I'm at the same place. And I feel kind of worse because I've just intaken everybody else's life and they seem to be doing all the cool things and everybody's doing things better than I am. And I'm just here alone, right? So limit doom scrolling and do something that inspires you that you want to do. Number 4, this is kind of a different one, but I've really enjoyed using it, is listen to audiobooks. It's so hard to just like sit and read all the time because it's like, okay, depending on your reading speed, you might not take a lot out of it, and also the time wise, like if you're working a lot, like you might not have time to just like sit and read books, right? But audiobooks, those are things where for me, in times when I have idle times, that have helped out so much because I'm like, oh, I can dive deep into like a story that I want to hear. I can dive deep into some level of personal development books I want to read. I can dive deep in some sort of sports training or whatever, a content that I want to listen to, and I can learn. And when I'm learning, I feel good. I feel connected to the world. I feel like I have a bigger purpose. I feel like, oh, when I go back out into the world after listening to this audiobook, I'm more equipped to do something and I'm inspired to do something, right? So instead of just doom scrolling, instead of always just listening to music, those things help. I do it when I run, I do it when I cycle, I do it when I'm in my office, working on some idle things that are just kind of like tasks that are, I don't need to be thinking a lot. I can just kind of have the audiobook playing and I can learn while I'm doing something else, right? I think it's such a huge thing to not feeling lonely because it allows you to feel connected on a deeper level with content that is good, with content that broadens your mind, with content that inspires you. I think that that's going to help out so much more. So again, 4 things that you can do today that I promise you that will get you from going from feeling lonely to actually feeling connected with the world. Number 1, do something structured. Go to the same place around the same time, see the same people, start to have some conversations because then it's less awkward. Number 2, schedule an intentional call or meetup with a close friend, an old friend, something. Be proactive, be intentional, put yourself out there because I promise you, there are people who are like waiting for your call because people feel just like you as well. So make sure that you're scheduling an intentional call or meetup. Number 3, limit doom scrolling. It gives the false perception that you're connected to the world, but in reality, it just really disconnects you. So limit the doom scrolling and don't let that just make you feel like you're even more lonely after it. And number 4, I like this one the best. Listen to audiobooks. It allows you to get connected, get re-energized, learn something, and make you feel like you can contribute to the world and give you the confidence to go out there and do so. So I hope that this video helped you out. If it did, like, comment, subscribe. I'd love to get to know you, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.